Peter. How are you? Shabbat Shalom. So we are past the holidays, past the 150th anniversary celebrations. As I wrote in my message, we're now into the more quiet rhythms of Shabbat, although next week is a family service, so that will be quite lively, in fact. And this Shabbat is the second Torah portion of the Torah called Noah. Noach in Hebrew. We happen to have a young person named Noah in the congregation this evening. That is perfect. Noah is still a very popular name, going all the way back to the biblical story. I'll have more to say about the story of Noah later in the service. You will notice that I'm up here solo this evening. The Cantor had a long-standing previous engagement, but he will be here Sunday for religious school, and he's fine. It's for a good reason, not like the last time he was not here, which was a very bad reason. He got COVID, Noah, at Rosh Hashanah. That's what I'm talking about. But in honor of Noah and the embrace of the nature and the animal world, which I'll be talking about a little bit later, there's a special song. We'll begin and end the service with this song, different parts of it, taken right from the first two portions of the Torah. In the back of your book, on page 345, is a song called This Is Very Good, because the creation of the world and the creation of human beings is tov ma'od. It's very good according to Genesis. And the chorus, the indented line, goes like this. This is very good, this is very good, man, woman, and child, all are good. Try it. This is very good, this is very good, man, woman, and child, all are good. And then the beginning of the song starts like this. When God made the world and made it full of light, the sun to shine by day, the moon and stars by night, God made it full of life, lilies, oaks, and trout, tigers and bears, sparrows and hawks, and apes. This is very good, this is very good, man, woman, and child, all are good. This is very good, this is very good, man, woman, and child, all are good. With that, we turn back now to the beginning of our Shabbat service. For the Baruch Hu, our call to worship, page 28, please rise. La 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 la. Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamevorach. Baruch Adonai Hamevorach, Hamevorach leolam vaed. Please be seated. In celebration of the world around us, page 30, blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tzebaot is your name. Everlasting God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. Baruch atah Adonai Hama'ariv Aravim. Responsively on the bottom of 33. Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol. And the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. Then this holiest of your works and the living language that gives it form, Baruch atah Adonai Ohev Amo Yisrael. The Shema we join together, page 34. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Leholam Vaed. It's good to read the V'ahavta from time to time in English to remind ourselves of its meaning. So on page 36, let's do that together this evening. You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Take to heart these instructions with which I charge you this day. Impress them upon your children. Recite them when you stay at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up. As a sign on your hand, and let them be as a symbol on your forehead. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Thus you shall remember to observe all my commandments and be holy to your God. I am Adonai your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai your God. From the V'ahavta in English to the Michamocha in Hebrew, our Song of Freedom, page 40. Lai 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 la lai la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai la lai la lai 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 la la lai la 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 la. Micha mocha ba'elim Adonai, Micha mocha nedar b'kodesh, Nora tehilot osefele, Nora tehilot osefele. Malechutecha rahu vanecha, Bokea am lifnei Moshe. Ze Elianu ve'amru, Ze Elianu ve'ameru, Adonai imlo leholam va'ed, Adonai imlo leholam va'ed. V'ne'emar ki fada Adonai et Yaakov, Ugolo miad hazak mimenu, Baruch ata Adonai, Gaal Yisrael. There's a lovely interpretive understanding of the Hashkivenu prayer, meaning not an exact translation, but interpretation of the next prayer on the top of page 43, and let's read this together. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will. Baruch atah Adonai, hapores sukat shalom, Aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim. Both Sabbath songs on page 44 are good songs, but when I lead services on my own, I usually choose the one that we do less frequently, just for diversity's sake. That would be the second selection, Yismechu. And it goes like this. Yismechu b'malechutecha, Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shab, Ekore oneg Shabbat. Yismechu b'malechutecha, Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat, Ekore oneg Shabbat. Mikadeshei, Mikadeshei Shevi Shabbat, Kulam Yispehu, Yispu v'yitangu mituvecha Shabbat, Yismechu v'malechutecha, Shomrei Shomrei Shabbat, v'kore oneg Shabbat, Yismechu v'malechutecha, Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat, V'kore oneg Shabbat, V'hashvihi ratzita bo v'kidashto Shabbat, Chemdat Yamin, Oto karata zechel ma'aseh v'reishit, Yismechu v'malechutecha, Shomrei, Shomrei, Shom Shabbat, V'kore oneg Shabbat, Yismechu b'malechutecha, Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat, V'kore oneg Shabbat. Now I'm hearing you better than I've heard you in a long time. That may be because of two reasons. The first is you no longer have masks on. The second reason is that my singing voice might be a little softer than the Cantor's. So for both those reasons, please continue the good participation as we continue with the Tefillah, the Amidah prayer, page 46, and we rise. Adonai sifatai tiftachu fi yagi tehilatecha, Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarai, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor V'Hanova, El Elyon, Gomer Hasadim Tovim, Ve'kodei HaKol, El Hastei Avot V'Imahot, Umei V'Gula Livnei B'neihem, Leman Shemo B'Yahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magei, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magid Avraham, Ve'ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Michayei HaKol Atah Rav Le'Hoshia, Mashiv HaRuach U'Morit HaGashem, Mechalkei Hayim V'Chesed, Mechayei HaKol Erachamim Rab, Sohomeach Tofim V'Rofei Oholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Ishenei Afar, Kamocha V'Givuro, Umido Mela, Melech Meimit Umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman Atalach Hayot HaKol, Baruch Atah Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol. Atah Kadosh V'Shimcha Kadosh, Kedoshim Mechol Yom Yihallelu Chasela, Baruch Atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. Please be seated. This is really, I think, my favorite time of the year, and just walking around is so beautiful. A rainbow of colors everywhere you look with the foliage. I took my annual pilgrimage up to the Seven Lakes Drive in Harriman State Park near Bear Mountain, and it's just astonishing. I was there last week, and it rivals anything you see in New England. It's so beautiful with the reflection of the leaves, the trees on the water itself. On page 59 is a prayer of thanks for the beauty of the earth. Let's read this together too. God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth which day by day sustains us. For all these and more we offer thanks. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha ulachem ne'eh lehodot. On the previous page is a song that we don't do too often, but we'll do it now. That first word on the top of page 58 is none other than the plural form of the word for the root meaning thanks, just like todah. This is modim, singular modeh, as in modeh ani, the thank you prayer that we sing in the morning. And this is modim anachnu lach, we are thankful. Modim anachnu lach, she'ata hu Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu, le'olam va'ed, tzur hayenu, magen yishenu, Atahu ledor vador. Try it. Modim anachnu lach, she'atahu Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu, le'olam va'ed. Tzur hayenu, magen yishenu, atahu ledor vador. One more time. Modim anachnu lach, she'atahu Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu, le'olam va'ed. Tzur hayenu, magen yishenu, atahu ledor vador. This brings us now to the end of the Amidah, and it is customary at this time to bring to mind those of our loved ones in need of healing, be this a healing of body or a healing of soul. We're thinking, especially in our extended congregational family this evening, of Monique Moley and my aunt Rini Schulman. Are there others that would like to be named?
My son Sam is recovering from COVID.
Yet another one, wishing him a speedy recovery.
Sherry White.
Misha Barak Avotenu V'imotenu, Hu Yishlach Bimhera, Rifuah Shlema, Rifuat Nefesh, Rifuat Guf, V'nomar Amen. We join together in the Misha Barak song. Misha Barak Avotenu, Mekor HaBracha, Lehimotenu, may the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberak imotenu, mekor habracha le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. I just sent over my column for the next Kadima newsletter, which will be coming out shortly, and it's a column about rainbows. And I speak about one very special rainbow, special experience I had seeing a rainbow. I won't tell you about it now, but the rainbow figures at the end of the Noah story. After the flood comes the rainbow, and we're always excited and moved when we see a rainbow after a rainstorm. So as we pause now for a moment of silent prayer and reflection, think about a time when you saw a rainbow, and if you can't remember that, then think about a time that you felt really elated, just like when you would see a rainbow. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue. True. Very nice, thank you. So, this evening, I want to begin by showing you a picture. Noah's going to see it first from all the religious school students because he's here this evening, but I'll be showing it to our youngsters on Sunday as well. When I first saw this picture, when it first came out, I think in 2019, just before the pandemic, I was so moved by the picture and the story behind it, although it's a sad story. So I'm going to show you this picture, and I'm sorry that those of you listening from home won't be able to see it, but I'll describe it in a moment as soon as I come back. The picture I'm holding up is a picture from Kenya of a park ranger comforting, patting a rhinoceros. But not any rhinoceros. This is the last male northern white rhinoceros in the world as he is dying. The last rhinoceros of this subspecies passed away at the age of 45 in 2019. There are only 2 more of this type of rhinoceros left in the world, and they're both female. And so when these last 2 female rhinoceros die, that species of rhinoceros will be extinct in the world. The bond between the human and the animal is so palpable here, and we feel a very special kinship between humans and animals. Think about it. Think about how many people have dogs and cats and other types of pets. But also think about the feeling that you have when you see an animal in the wild. It could be any animal, but if you're fortunate enough to journey to Africa, the experience of seeing a rhinoceros in the wild, or an elephant, or a lion, it's just tremendous. It takes your breath away. And actually, when we were in Africa, of course we didn't see this species, but we saw unexpectedly another very rare black rhinoceros in the wild one morning. And then listen to these words from the story of Noah in the portion, because they really are a celebration of what today the term we would use is biodiversity. So in chapter 6, verse 19 through 20, God says, "And of all that lives, of all flesh, you shall take 2 of each into the ark to keep alive with you. They shall be male and female. from birds of every kind, cattle of every kind of creeping thing. 2 of each shall come to you to stay alive. And then in the next chapter 7, verses 13 and following, to show you that the command to Noah was taken seriously. That same day, Noah and Noah's sons and Noah's wife went into the ark, and they and all the beasts of every kind, all cattle of every kind, all creatures of every kind that creep on the earth, and all birds of every kind, every winged thing, they all came to Noah into the ark, 2 each of all flesh, in which there was the breath of life. Thus they entered, comprised male and female of all flesh, as God had commanded, and the Lord put them in the ark. You heard that expression of every kind in Hebrew, limina, repeated each time to emphasize that although a flood was going to cover the earth, God wanted the earth repopulated with the complete diversity of life that we know. I've spoken about this subject before, and I speak about it with children when I speak about my book, Adam's Animals, which celebrates that biodiversity as well. And did you know that in the 250 years since we have started to catalog all the species of the earth of every kind, since Carl Linnaeus and all the cataloging, we have discovered approximately 1.25 million different species of animals, approximately 1 million on land, and 250,000 different species in the ocean. But do you know, and when I first read this, it was astounding to me. Do you know how many species scientists think populate this planet? 6.5 million land species and approximately 2 million ocean species. Do you realize that of the 1.25 million species that have been discovered to this day in our modern age, scientists think that we have missed 86% of the land species and 90% of the ocean species? How could that be? Well, we're talking about species of animals, plants, fungi, protozoa, algae, sometimes in places completely inaccessible, deep in the earth, deep in the ocean depths. And so it's humbling to think about how many species we don't even know about. And then it's tragic to think about how many species are in danger of extinction today by human-caused factors. Some scientists say as many as 60% are endangered. 1 in 4 mammals, 1 in 8 birds, 1 in 3 amphibians, and 2 out of 3 every species of plants are considered vulnerable due to destruction of habitat and climate change. So I'm going to conclude by showing you some more pictures. And I want to ask you what these are and what they have in common. And once again, apologies to those at home. Teacups.
Eagle.
American bald eagle. Polar bear. And last one,
Panda.
panda bear. And what do these all have in common? That's right. All the beautiful animals that I showed you just now, some of which you may have seen in the wild, are endangered. As a matter of fact, the International Union for Nature, an organization that tracks this, has a red list. That means a warning list. Some degree of vulnerability or endangered, with 41,000 species on it. Its highly endangered list has 16,000 species on it. We know that in the last 500 years, 800 species of land animals have gone extinct. But today, that rate has increased by 1,000. So the tiger, the polar bear, the turtles, even the monarch butterfly, the rhinoceros, the giant pandas, all these animals that we cherish are threatened. What we can do is create animal corridors and safe habitat for these animals. In a way, what we need to do is figuratively build another Noah's Ark. Let's call it the Noah's Ark 2 project. The Torah commands us of every kind, cherish every creature that has been created. And at this time of challenge, let's take those words to heart. Everybody into the ark. Shabbat Shalom. Speaking of a different type of ark, the ark which holds the Torah, as we open it for the Aleinu, the bottom of page 282, please rise. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נותן שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו השמיים ממעל, ושכינת זו בגותי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אמת מלכנו וחסדולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום והשבות אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, הארץ ועל On the Shabbat, we now call to mind in love and reverence the Yortzeit, the anniversary of the passing of Victor Roberg, father of Kurt Roberg, Harold Goodstein, father of Mark Goodstein, Sylvia Kelbick, mother of Hillary Kelbick. For all those close to our hearts, for all those for whom there may be no one to say Kaddish, we join in the Kaddish prayer on page 294. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabba, be'alma tivrach hirutei ve'amlich malchutei, v'hayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'izman kariv ve'imru Amen. Yehe shmei Rabba mevorach le'olam olamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitroman v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudesha brichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata da'amiran be'alma v'imru Amen. Yehe shlama Rabba min Shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru Amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru Amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved. Amen. Please be seated. Call forward Michael Fishbein.
Shabbat Shalom. It's nice to see everybody's face. I had forgotten how good looking everybody here was. Yes. Thank you, Rabbi. There was another extinction of the Neanderthal who were very similar to us.
Yes.
And it was not that long ago.
True.
In historical terms. So there's a lot to think about and worry about and take action. I hope you all enjoyed this past weekend celebrations of our sesquicentennial, including last Friday's Shabbat service and Sunday's amazing concert and gala. A special thank you I offer to student cantors Iris Collin and Joe Flaxman for making the weekend so memorable. I want to again thank Hummus Elite, located in Englewood, for providing the food at the gala without charge. Your generosity is appreciated, and I would, it was quite an impressive gift that they bestowed upon us. And have you seen, I forget his name, I don't know his Hebrew name, the owner.
Gioro.
He's come here a few times.
He's brought his children to our top program a number of times.
Oh, good.
Yes.
He's brought him to the top. Good. Torah study meets tomorrow at 10 a.m. in the social hall, following a one-week break. Religious school meets this Sunday, and next Friday's Shabbat service, as the Rabbi mentioned, is a family service that will be led by our 7th grade students. The Nitwits have a get-together scheduled for Monday evening at 7 p.m. Is that that's no longer?
That was last Sunday.
Oh, so I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I hope you enjoyed it.
We did. Thank you.
Good. We are taking orders for pavers for the newly completed patio, and forms for placing your order are available at the entrance to the temple. Pavers that are ordered now will be placed in the patio in the beginning of spring. Our social action committee, led by Annette DeMarco, is collecting small travel and sample-sized toiletries such as soap, shampoo, conditioner, creams, lotions, toothpaste, toothbrushes, shaving cream, and razors. I see that we have collected a significant amount already, but the more the merrier. They're also looking for reusable bags for groceries and baby diapers, which are in high demand at the Center for Food Action. Social Action is also conducting a holiday food drive during November. Non-perishable items may be left in the bin on the school porch. Our Adas Emuno book club meets on Monday, November 14th. We are reading the novel, The History of Love, written by Nicole Krauss. Is anybody reading it? Yeah? Good. Tonight's oneg, which is sponsored by the Ritual Committee, will be held in the social hall.
Nice.
A little chilly out tonight. Shabbat Shalom.
Let's close where we opened, going back to that song, This Is Very Good, on page 345. Here's the chorus again. This is very good, this is very good, man, woman, and child, all are good. This is very good, this is very good, man, woman, and child, all are good. And God took clay from earth's four corners to give it the breath of life. And God said, this is very good, this is very good, man, woman, and child, all are good. This is very good, this is very good, man, woman, and child, all are good. Now look at the last line. Like God we love, like God we think, like God we care, like God we love, like God we think, like God we care. This is very good, this is very good, man, woman, and child, all are good. This is very good, this is very good, man, woman, and child, all are good. Zetov Ma'od. Shabbat Shalom.